Hey, this is Kathy, and you're watching a 416 interview.
So growing up in Tehran, was there a moment when like music felt like it was just more than a hobby and becoming something that you would want to do maybe more as a career?
Yeah, I think I always had like the dream to kind of do this. I used to sing all the time, even in school, even in Iran, even though like I'm technically not allowed to. It used to kind of just be like a really, I guess like a passionate hobby for me. Um, but I remember like this is so weird. I remember listening to Akon with my mom in the car one time, and I was like, God, like I wish I could do something like that. But obviously, like when I was there, that wasn't even like an option, right? So yeah, I really hoped for it. I really dreamed for it, but it was never really possible. Um, Moving here, that made it possible, right? But like back there, I did dream for it when I listened to like English artists and I guess saw like what they were doing. But it was really hard to actually be like, oh yeah, like this is what I'm gonna do with my life when you're in a country that like really restricts it. You know what I mean? It's tough, yeah.
And then when you came to Canada, what was like your first experience with music, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I don't know if you know the show Victorious. Oh, I love Victorious. When I moved here, I used to like watch it with like my mom and my brother all the time. And Ariana Grande in that show. Oh my, I love that girl. I love that girl, and I feel like listening to her music and like how she navigated everything and how she presented herself was really like really inspiring, and I guess that kind of really made my love for music a lot bigger, you know what I mean? And it just showed me that there's like a whole different world here of like pop culture, and not just music, but kind of everything that like goes into music and like the world that people create around it and like its artistry. And I think, you know, even like Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel and stuff like that, like really, and I know it sounds cheesy and whatever, but it really like made me like interested in like, oh, like this is something that I would actually want to do. You know what I mean?
So then what was like your first instance of like creating a song?
You know, when you're a kid, like you hum a lot of stuff, you know, like I used to do that in Iran, but like when it came to like actually like sitting down and making a song, I think I started when I was in, the first song I ever made was when I was in like first year uni. Because I hated it, bro. I was in UFT first, and I hated it there. I hated the program I was in. I was in life sci. It was really bad, and I was just like, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna give this a try. And I tried writing a song, and I sent it to my friend, and she was like, this is great. And I was like, okay. So I guess that's where it kind of all like started, like coming out of a place of like I can't be in this school anymore. I was like, I need another option in my life.
Moving on to your like creative process, how do you create a song? Do you like to freestyle? Do you write? What's that look like?
Honestly, it's different every time. Sometimes I sit on the guitar and I write, and then I like record it onto my laptop and I produce around it. Sometimes I already make a beat and then I get on the mic and I just freestyle. It's really different every time. I feel like it depends on the type of song that I'm creating. If it's something more emotional, it always starts out on the guitar, or like every single time it's on the guitar. If it's something more like upbeat and something more like production heavy, it's usually just me like freestyling on a beat or freestyling on like anything that's on my computer basically.
Going deeper into your music, you know, you delivered your first debut album, I'm hopefully I'm saying it correctly.
You are, yeah, you are.
All
Yeah.
right, good. And then you gave us like standout tracks like Bleed, After Party, and Game Over. When you think back about the journey of creating this album, like what were some like key moments of it that kind of like tested you as well as surprised you when creating into the song?
I mean, definitely like the mixing process was really, because I did everything myself, right? Like so even like the writing and the production was pretty standard, and I honestly like really enjoy like writing. I really enjoy producing, but mixing the project was, oh, it was hell. Like I have so many different like versions of the mixes. It took me like months to like finish a song just because I had to like mix everything and put everything together. It's just, I think it's also like I also had some doubt in myself because I wasn't releasing music when I finished this album. Like it was like I finished the album and I started releasing all the songs, and I didn't really have a team. I didn't have anybody that believed in me. I just had a couple friends that I was showing my songs to, so I didn't even know if these sounded good. So I think it was like the doubt that I had in myself and in my music. Also, like again, like the mixing process was so tough, but I think now it's taught me a lot, and it's taught me like how to like navigate in the musical sense and sonically, and like how to also navigate myself in the industry in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And you're also like, in your music as well, you carry a strong like sense of like kind of like experimentation and sometimes even vulnerability opening up another side of you. Um, like how do you decide when to lean into risk to like try a new sound, different like vocal deliveries or a bold like lyrical kind of angle, and when to like kind of like rest and like, you know, take it easy.
I usually never rest, so that's I feel like for me that's never really like I always try to do something different. Yeah, I do have a lot of inspirations in music, and I do like I don't want to say I do replicate a lot of people, but I feel like I always like to add my own twist to things. I just feel like music is all about showing who you are and taking a risk. You know what I mean? And if you don't really take a risk, you're not really doing anything different and you're not changing anything. You know, you could just be a songwriter. I could just love Gracie Abrams. This is no shade to her, but I could just sing on a guitar and make it like a pop song. But I think what I really wanted to do was make something different. Like, make something that's lyrically really, I guess, like heavy and really like pop-like. But like production-wise, it's really hyper-pop and it's really electronic. But at the same time, it could be perceived as mainstream. You know what I mean?
Who are some of your musical inspirations?
Recently, Imogen Heap. Oh my god, I love Imogen Heap. I love that woman. Breakins, Two Hollis, Glaive. I would say Gracie Abrams. I know like her writing is amazing. Holly Humberstone. It's a lot of like it's a mix of like even like somebody like John Bellion is I feel like it's a mix of very much like melodically heavy artists and also very production heavy artists for me.
Is there like a song that's never been released that, that you wrote but never released, and like you want to tell us kind of why it never just came out or nothing like that?
I'm trying to think of a specific song. I don't remember the name for it because I didn't name the song. Usually I name the song at the very end when I'm done the song. But usually it was, yeah, I feel like songs about like, that are like too emotional for me, that are too personal, usually whether it's about like my family life or even, I feel like relationships I'm very open to talking about, even friendships I'm open to talking about, but sometimes when it comes to like really who I am as a person or even family stuff, I'm really hesitant on putting that stuff out because I think it's too personal for me to put that out right now. I don't think my artist image has developed that much. But most of the songs that I don't release is because I just think the mix is bad. And I'm like, I can't put this, it could be a great song, but I'm like, if the mix is bad, I'm not putting it out. Like, it's not happening.
Is there someone you dream of collaborating with who like kind of perfectly aligns with your vision and your artistry?
Imogen Heap, yeah. Imogen Heap and Break-Ins, probably. I think those two are like top tier what I would want.
Recently, I found out that you are balancing your music career as well as putting yourself through school and getting a degree. How is that balancing? It does get hard at sometimes, and kind of explain that how it looks.
It's really hard. I've been doing it for a while. I think like any other immigrant child can relate to this. We don't, not that I don't want to be in school, but like, it's kind of like also like we don't really have a choice. But I think education is really important. I do want to, have a degree and be able to like, I get to live in a country where I can have that for not as much money, right? So I think it's really important, but it's also extremely hard to navigate. I also work a lot, like I'm working like 30-hour weeks. I have school, I have the music stuff. Yeah, it's really hard. Like I'm never on a break. I never take a break. But honestly, like I like being busy. Everybody around me is busy all the time. I think I'm mimicking everybody around me also, but I think it gives me a sense of accomplishment to be doing both. And I think it really sets me apart from a lot of the other people in the industry possibly of like, hey, I do everything and I try to do everything. And I hope that, I don't know, maybe this will also encourage somebody else to also do that in a way,
In another life, if you couldn't be like a musician or artist, what do you think you would use for when it comes to like your voice, your creativity, and express it in a different way?
This might be a little bit controversial, but I'm very political. I'm very passionate about this stuff. Try to keep it off social media have not succeeded. But I think definitely something in that sense I would 100% like be like, I don't know, maybe like activism or something like that. I'm really passionate about that stuff. Or even like honestly, I would, if I had the talent to write, I would be a writer. But I don't have the talent, so. But if in another world I did, I would 100% be a writer.
Or freestyling it.
Yeah. Like I'm freestyling an author or some shit. Like. But yeah, no, yeah.
Being able to balance everything that you're doing, right? Like, working, putting yourself through school, as well as, building artist career as well. Like, what's your advice to artists?
I think, honestly, I know it's discouraging and I know it's tough, but to keep going. Like, the thing is, like, if you want to be different, you have to work differently. And if you want to, I guess, achieve great results, you have to also work greatly. You know what I mean? If you want to be different, you have to put in the work. And I always wholeheartedly believe that if you work hard, you will get the results that you want and you will get the results that you deserve. So just keep going. Even if you don't believe in yourself, just keep going. Just push that voice aside. Just keep going. Keep doing what you love. Because if you enjoy it, you're going to be successful in it, I promise you.
As you reflect on I Am, what do you hope this album will become over time in your own, personal life, as well as what others feel when they listen to it?
I think, honestly, it's a good starting point to show people who I am. So I think it's a part of me, and I want people to view it as a part of me and as a part of who I am as an artist and as a producer and as a writer. I really want it to be about acceptance for people, and kind of, if you listen to it and you relate to it in a way and you see parts of yourself in it that you necessarily don't want to accept, I want you to be able to accept that and sit with it and just accept who you are full-heartedly. Sorry, I can't speak. Accept who you are full-heartedly, you know what I mean? Yeah.
What do you hope your next project will show people about who you are as an artist and who you're becoming?
That I'm flexible. I think I'm very flexible as an artist, and that I can, I guess, kind of achieve different sounds while staying sort of in the same genre. But I think my main focus with both projects is always the production. I think production is a really important aspect to me, and I really want to showcase to people that what I'm doing production-wise is special and it's something different coming out of the city.
Speaking of the future, you want to let people know any new projects you're dropping, singles, EPs, any concerts you have coming up. Let us know what's coming up, what to look forward to.
We have some things coming in 2026. That's all I'm gonna say. But listen to the EP. I just did a project with Freem. I produced it for him. The album was like really fun. So take a listen to that too. Me and Freem definitely have a lot more stuff coming up. Like, I'm just on the producing end, but definitely keep an eye out for Freem. I know we have stuff coming up too. So yeah.
I can't do this anymore. I can't take this anymore. No,